Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Roundup. We're going to cover the games of Worlds Play-Ins Day 4, as well as the two tiebreakers that took place in Group A. Down in the description, you're going to see 3 links: Twitter, Discord, and YouTube memberships. Twitter, follow me there. I post all my links there for my content. I do daily content, sometimes multiple videos a day. Usually my thing is that I actually prefer to do multiple videos when there's enough content to pump out, but right now that's not the case. When you join the Discord link, we BS about the chat, BS about the games in the chat. We have a non-league channel if you want to go there. We have a new uploads channel where you get the links to the videos, like the Twitter, if you'd like to just join the Discord instead of the Twitter. And I think it's a good time. A little bit of regional bias, which is kind of gross, but otherwise it's solid. Everybody has their favorite team, but I think as long as we're not, xenophobic or have issues with people because they play from a different region, everything should be okay. Also, YouTube memberships, $3 supports me. $10 supports me, get extra content. That includes League of Legends predictions. After this video, we're going to do this board. We're going to go over the best of 5s for tomorrow. And then I will upload a video, members only, that is going to go over the best of 5s where I predict the winners. That is for members only content at the $10 tier. You also get a couple videos a week about the NFL, American football, fantasy football related stuff. So if that interests you and you want to support me, that's at the $10 tier. And like I said, the $3 tier supports me. You also get a badge in the comment section. I'm a little all over the place right now, down in this scuffed setup. So today we had Beyond Gaming and Fnatic. Fnatic took care of business in this one. Humanoid yesterday struggled in their loss to Loud, and today showed up big. And I had Humanoid versus Minji as the matchup to watch, and Humanoid took advantage of him. 11-2-3, 32% of Fnatic's damage. Upset 4-1-10 at 80 carry. Wako 2-2-2 for Beyond Gaming, 27% of damage. Minji 5-5-1. I'm not going to talk too much about Beyond Gaming. They're out. I do have opinions on Beyond Gaming overall and how their tournament went, but that's going to be a separate video this week where I go over my opinions, my takeaways from play-ins, during the couple days where we don't have games to discuss, right? However, Fnatic really did look good in this one. They looked clean, secured, a chance at first seed, right? And then actually EG threw it away later on. So we could have had a chance at Fnatic playing EG for first overall as a tiebreaker, but didn't end up being the case. But Fnatic go on to Group A, right? So they're going to end up playing Cloud9, EDG, and Fnatic. I think they open up the tournament against Cloud9. So that's going to be a thing. The next round of the tournament, right? Worlds. But Fnatic, solid game, recovered after yesterday. Loud and Chief, Robo 10, 4, and 13, 36% of Loud's damage on an Aatrox. Aatrox, I believe, right now is the top champion, first pick champion that's getting through in drafts. I feel like majority of the games where the top laner is going off, it is on Aatrox. Tinones 9, 3, and 14 in mid for Loud. Topoon 3, 8, and 9 on a Camille for Chief, 26% of damage. Tally plays his best game of this play-ins, 5, 3, and 11. So Loud take care of business. They do it without Brantz being the carry, which is nice to see. Robo following up his performance yesterday against Wonder with another good one against Topoon. And that's a big deal for them as they're going forward. And they need Robo to be on point if they want to get to, the next round and have an opportunity to play multiple best of 5s. Which, we'll get to in a minute because Loud ended up getting into a tiebreaker situation. But, Loud, if you are a Brazilian fan, you have to be proud of where they are right now. The fact they went 3-2 in play-ins, took a game off of a major region, that matters. This is coming off of Red Canids playing decent at MSI, surprising people. Brazil is making a case for itself, and that is really nice to see given how high the viewership is. I'm really actually quite happy with their performance. Definitely the surprise of play-ins. DFM and EG, talk about an upset. DFM win, EV 3-3-11, 27% damage. Udapon 7-2-8. Impact 6-3-5, 33% of damage for EG. Inspired 3-2-10 in the jungle. DFM win, a close one. This really sucked. This really sucked when it happened. I was like, I think every NA individual is like, damn, did we really just lose to the Japanese team again? Because this has happened before, right? Cloud9 lost to DFM years ago, right? So is this really going to happen again? Luckily, it righted itself by the end, but I'm happy Japan went out with a win, in play-ins in the best of one section, it's good for them. Like I said with Brazil, it's good that the minor regions are competing and are competitive when they can be. Udapon played a great group stage anyways. Eevee as well. So, this was a close one. DFM took it. Kaori really wasn't a factor. It was the top side of the rift, and Inspired is trying his damnedest to 1v9 them through this play-ins. A game that didn't have any bearing. Istanbul Wildcats, Isurus Gaming, both 0-4 going into it. Isurus would win on home turf. ADD 5-1-11, 33% of Isurus' damage. Grell 6-1-10. Saren 4-6-7, 30% of Wildcats damage. Holy Phoenix 4-1-7 on a Samira. So this is typical. Looking at this, actually, if you look at this, this is like the players that are like why these teams are where they are. And you may be like, what does that mean? They're both 0-4. What do these players have as the bearing for why they're 0-4? Like, ADD has been one of the most interesting players in play-ins. Not really for good reasons. Played a Zillion, a Maokai, a Teemo top. Like, all over the damn place. Comes out today, dominates Starscreen, right? Grell, 6-1-10. Grell has been their best player throughout the entire tournament, which we'll get into, like I said, in a later video more specifically. But it's nice that he performed, and Isurus won a game in Mexico. The Latin American team won in Mexico City. Majority, homegrown talent. And that is big. That's a big deal. The fans were really happy. The players were happy. I'm happy for them that they did not go out 0-5. That would have been a massive disappointment for more than just the players, but for all the fans in Latin America and in the Caribbean. So it was, I guess it's, combined or means the same thing. But it is still, a massive deal. And I'm happy that they won a game. I really am. In Istanbul, Saren tries to do his deal. Saren, once again, not really showing up in a tournament. Holy Phoenix, great KDA, but no win, right? Again. DRX and Mad Lions, just checking, I'm still recording, yep. DRX and Mad Lions, Deft 2-1-8, 31% of damage on a Sivir. Zeka 8-2-2. Niski 2-2-6, 29% of damage for Mad. Elyoya 7-1-3. Very close game, came down to the wire. DRX win off of a late fight, I believe. It was close. It was close. And it's going to be real interesting, Mad and Saigon Buffalo later on tomorrow. But DRX get out 5-0. They get out 5-0. They're going into Group C. They're going to be against Top, Rogue, and GAM Esports from Vietnam. So that is a thing. DRX definitely have looked better than what I expected. Zeka is looking very good. But we also have to keep in mind the level of competition. Niski, I guess Niski and Xiaohu are, good. Niski not nearly at the level of Zeka or Xiaohu. Clearly, I had Zeka underrated with how well he's playing right now. But we'll see how he does when he has to play Knight, right? That's going to be the real test. How do you do against Knight? RNG and Saigon Buffalo. RNG win this one. A very, very close one. Saigon gave over Seoul, I believe, and still nearly won this game. Gala 4-1 and 3, 37% of damage. Zhaohu 3-3 and 0 in mid lane. Shogun 4-2 and 2, 34% of Saigon Buffalo's damage. Taki 2-2-6. So the bot lane did most of the work for Saigon Buffalo. They tried to get it done. They could not in the end. I think Froggy's kind of holding them back. Like I'm starting to notice that more as this tournament goes on. And Bean J got caught out a ton in this game. And it was really actually pretty sucky, to be honest with you, because it was like, damn it. I think he was on the Lee Sin, and he just kept getting caught out over and over again, giving RNG opportunities to get prio on Baron and objectives. And it really sucked because, like I went into yesterday's, when we went into this, if you watched yesterday's video, the sneak peek, Saigon Buffalo played RNG tough both times at MSI. They played them tough again here. It's like they're so close to getting that win against them that they're just like one step below them. EG and DFM, though, ended up rematching because those are the 6 games that were scheduled. And EG were the, I don't know if they're 3rd or 4th, I don't remember. DFM, other way around. Winner played Loud, loser plays loser tomorrow, best of 5. EG would dominate DFM in this one. Kaori, 11, 3 and 4, 34% of damage. Jojo Pume, 5, 4 and 2. Yaharung 5, 3 and 1, 31% of damage for Detonation Focus Me. Eevee 0, 3 and 3. EG just beat the crap out of them. And not only beat the crap out of them, but it gave them momentum. And DFM laid an egg. And it was almost as if EG were a little worried about, in that first one, they gave some stuff over. I think they gave the Yumi over in that one. And we haven't seen a lot of Yumi in this tournament because it's a ban, right? And it came up 3 times today. Hopefully it goes back on the ban list. I hate that champion. But EG showed up big. They won handily. DFM really had no answer. The bot lane, I think there was a level 1 play by EG, and the bot lane just had nothing for them afterwards out of Detonation Focus Me. And then we have Loud and EG playing. EG win handily again. The momentum from the first game rolled into the second one, and Loud had no answer. They were completely on the back, like their back was against the wall. Impact 9-0 and 10 on a Mordekaiser. He 1v2'd in top lane. Croc looks so out of place and out of sorts. Kaori 11, 1 and 4. So we look at this, these 2 tiebreaker games. Kaori, he had more kills probably in these 2 games than he had in the whole other 5 games combined. He went 22, 4 and 8 between these 2 games. Like, he had to show up, and he did. Impact showed up in a big way. Tinones 3, 3 and 3 in mid. Croc 2, 6 and 2. Damage scores aren't out yet when I'm filming this. So, goes to show you just how bad the situation was. Croc had the second best, KDA, 2, 6 and 2. I mean, Loud just were completely steamrolled, which is a surprise, honestly, because they beat Chief, and I think they just had a completely missed the boat on what to give EG. And Inspired was on a trundle. It's not like he was even, it wasn't even like Inspired was on a carry. So, Loud, I mean, we're going to get into them in a minute, but EG are cruising after these 2 big wins. Now they wait on the winner of what we're about to get into right now. Okay, so for tomorrow, we got Mad and Saigon Buffalo. I don't know the order of these, so just keep that in mind. Mad Lions and Saigon Buffalo play in Group B. Mad won yesterday. Niski 5-2 and 13. Unforgiven and Shogun are what we want to watch. This is the matchup that has my attention going into tomorrow. So this is a best of 5. Mad Lions have not won a best of 5 this year. They were first seed in spring, lost both best of 5s, then lost their best of 5s in summer. I had this as my prediction going into this tournament as a 3-4 slot. And I still believe, similarly to how I believed before, so Yesterday when they played, Unforgiven had to play Seraphine into Shogun because they triple banned Shogun to force him onto MF because they were so worried about it, right? And they needed that. They needed to do that. Now, Unforgiven did not play Seraphine today against DRX, but I do wonder how worried they are about that and how much that's going to play a role in the draft in the best of 5, right? Like, is Mad going to be able to allow Unforgiven and Kaiser to lane against Shogun and Taki? That's a very interesting one. This one obviously both matter, right? Both matter, but winner of this plays EG, which is going to be a lot easier than the winner of that playing RNG. Kind of. Damn it. But as of right now, that's going to be a close one. Like, Mad Lions have to really figure out how they want to play this, right? Top lane, I think Hosman can handle Armut. I think Alyoya definitely is better than Bean J. I think Niski is better than Froggy. But Shogun is Shogun's probably so much better than Unforgiven. He probably gaps Unforgiven more than Alyoya gaps Bean J. I think Kaiser a little bit better than Taki. He's played a lot longer, but Taki offers that aggression that's pretty damn scary. So that's going to be a fun. I think that series could go all 5 games. Loud and DFM. Loud won yesterday. Tinone's 5-0-11 on a Zoe. Tinone's and Yaharung is what we want to watch. Yaharung's been dealing the most damage for the team most of this tournament. He's been consistent in mid lane, doing work along with Udapan. This is a big moment for Brazil. This is a big moment for Japan. We have 2 teams that were able to get past the PCS and get past Oceania, right? So PCS, 2nd seed, worse than Brazil and Japan, right? Both teams should be proud where they are. Winner is going to be, damage. Winner is going to be even, prouder. But, the mid lane is definitely something to focus on. We've got Tinones, who's a veteran. I imagine they ban the Zoe against him. If they leave it up, I'd be afraid of what he's going to do. We have not seen the Ash Brance yet. Are we going to see it tomorrow? I think so. Robo against Eevee. We have 2 minor region top laners that are viewed similarly with interesting picks and, potential to carry. In the jungle, we have Steel and Croc, 2 different, import junglers, both Korean but different styles of play. Mid lane is what it is. Bot lane, Udapan and Brance, 2 total different ends of the spectrum. Udapan, a lot older than Brance, has been in moments like this before, where if you look at the tiebreaker games, Loud probably played worse than DFM did. That's a thing. Harp and Cios, I don't think either one has really surprised me all that much. DFM played Yumi today against EG first time, so it's really hard to get a vibe on Harp. But winner of that one plays RNG, and that is a scary thing to think about. But at least you go into it knowing you finished a lot higher than a lot of people thought you would. You had a winning record in play-ins. Like, you do have respect. You have they deserve the respect they've got, right? They really do. If you don't respect Brazil and Japan, you're probably not a real. You're not even a fan of the game. You're a fan of a team. You're a fan of a region. I think that both of these teams should be proud of where they are. I know I am proud of where they are. I think that is really something that they're able to get to this spot. So down in the description, like I said, you're going to see 3 links: Twitter, Discord, YouTube memberships. Comment down below with your opinions on how play-ins went and how these series might go tomorrow. Like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content, and thank you for watching.